Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is my March TBR. So instead of me picking my books this month, I actually had one of my friends pick my books for me. So she goes to a different school, so I can't do kind of how I did with my roommate a few months ago where I did an in-person video. So I just had FaceTimed her over the weekend and kind of gave her two book options, and she'd looked them up if she didn't already know them, because she's also a reader herself, so she does know a lot of these, and then just kind of picked whichever ones she felt like she wanted me to read / she would like to read and stuff like that. So super easy video, just what I'm planning on reading in the month of March. I only have 5 books on this TBR because again I'm still in school, so not as much time. But the good news is that I can tell you guys is that there will be a February reading wrap up. Your girl has done so well this month with reading, generally amazed at how not only am I getting my schoolwork done, but I'm also getting books done. So look out for that. That will probably be coming out about a week from when you see this, but it should still be towards the beginning of March, end of February, so it shouldn't be too far off. But I'm very excited to tell you guys that I did great this month. You were gonna be so proud of me. Okay, anyways, on to today's video, which is the March TBR. Okay, so like I said, one of my best friends, Sammy, helped me pick the books for this month. So the first book didn't really have anything going against it. We together picked a book that we were gonna read, kind of not, I don't want to say buddy read because we aren't making it you have to read it at the same time. You know, we can't go ahead of each other. We just both want to read it in March so that we can talk about it at the end of the month, kind of like you would for a book club. But it's just the two of us, so it's not a whole book club. But I mean, hey, if any of you guys also want to read this book in March, and then you can give me your opinions in the comments or on Instagram or whatever, when I do my reading wrap up for March. Why did that month just leave my brain? Okay, anyways, you are more than welcome to do that. We kind of were oh, this would be cute to do together, so we decided to go with First Down by Grace Riley. So this is a currently 3-book series, but there is a 4th book coming out. I have been wanting to read the series for a while, and then when I saw what the 4th book was, it immediately went to top of my list of wanting to read, because I am a former volleyball player, and the 4th book is a hockey volleyball player romance. And honestly, I mean, you guys know I like hockey romances, but that's not even why. I just finally a volleyball representation. I think that's just great. So I'm super excited to read that. I requested an arc for it. I don't know if I'll get it, we'll see. But I'm super excited about it. So I was definitely if we don't read this as our little group read, I still may read it on my own, but she wanted to read it too, so we just made it our little I don't even want to say group read, it's literally just the two of us, our duo read. I don't know. But that's the first book on my March TBR. I'm very excited. I know that this series is different sports in each book, so it'll be nice to be able to, you know, okay, so I read football and now I'm gonna read hockey, and then I'm gonna read baseball, instead of being football, 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 or hockey, hockey, hockey. It's nice to kind of have the different sports mixed in there so that it's not feeling like the same book over and over again. But yeah, that's the first book on my month TBR, my March TBR. Okay, so the next book that I have was either Caraval by Stephanie Garber or Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross. So some of these, again, I have put on my TBR since the beginning of the year. Still have not gotten to them. I know, it's insane. I cannot believe, generally, if you would have told me in January that I would be going into March not having read both of these books, I would have said you're lying. And it's not that I haven't wanted to, it's just that there have been more pressing books that have been more interesting to me, and then I was coming out of the reading slump in January, and it's I did not want to put myself in another reading slump by reading a book that I wanted to read, but that wasn't calling to me per se. But I really want to read them, so I was okay, I'm gonna put one of them on my TBR this month. I'm not gonna put both. I don't want to overdo myself and be you have to read both this month. But my friend ended up picking Ruthless Vows, so Ruthless Vows is the 2nd book. I don't know why that was so hard for me to remember. Girl, you've only talked about one other book. But Ruthless Vows is my 2nd book on my March TBR. I need to read this now, because I have been avoiding spoilers, and it's been really difficult, and your girl I just need to read it now. I kind of wish that it was on Kindle Unlimited, because I read Divine Rivals on Kindle. I can't speak today, on Kindle Unlimited, so it'd be kind of cool to read this one on Kindle Unlimited, but I also love that I have the physical copy, so that's okay. Fine. I literally cannot speak today. Oh my god. We're gonna move on to the next book and hope that I can talk with that one, because it's just not happening today. But this is the second book on my March TBR. Okay, so these next books are, I don't know, I try to usually pick books that are kind of like related when I do these comparison videos. Well, not videos, but like picking the TBR. I kind of struggled this month though. I couldn't fully get books that were like, oh, like, you know, like a sports romance and a sports romance. So some of them might be like, it's kind of random. That kind of just was what it was. I kind of just randomly picked them and was like, here are 2 books, you pick. So it was between Tell Me Lies and Long Way Down. And even though I won't lie, I really want to read Long Way Down this month. My friend did pick Tell Me Lies because I have the physical copy with me, and she was like, you should read it since you have the physical copy with you. But I'm a little sad. I'm not gonna lie. Sammy, if you're watching this, I love you and I appreciate you picking all the books, but I am a little sad you did not pick Long Way Down. But that's okay. I will still read it, either this month still or next month probably. But this is the 3rd book on my TBR. I guess they like, kind of how I like to think of it is they both kind of have some drama aspects. I mean, not drama like to the same extent. Like, I've seen the show, so I generally know kind of what happens here, and I've read most of that series, so like I know, but they both have some drama aspects to it, so I feel like they do kind of compare in that sense. I don't love how small the print is though, but that's just something I'm gonna have to get over, because a lot of books have small print and it's annoying, but it is what it is. But yes, this is the 3rd book on my TBR for March. So my next books are actually kind of related, like they're both sports romance-ish. So that is The Right Move by Liz Tomford and Say You Swear. Oh my god, wait, why am I blanking on her name now? Megan Brand, is that her name? Megan Brandy? I'm not exactly sure, but the picture will be up here. You'll be able to see. But those were the 2 books, and my friend picked The Right Move by Liz Tomford, so I was pretty happy about that. I mean, I wanted to read both, so I generally would have been happy either way, but I already started, like, you know, that series, so I was like, well, the Windy City series I can finish. I know Say You Swear isn't a series, but like, I don't know, I'm really like in the mood this month and this year to like finish series that I'm in the middle of, except of course there's me starting new series, but we don't have to talk about that. But so I was happy about that, even though I also would have been happy with Say You Swear. Like, I don't want it to seem like, oh, I really didn't want that book. I definitely had a little bit more of an inkling towards this one this month, so I think my friend picked well that one. The last books that I had my friend decide between were Twisted by Emily McIntyre and Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher. So again, I know, like, not even in the same stratosphere of type of book. I mean, they're both like romance, but like one's dark romance, one is not dark romance. But they're both books that I've had on my TBR for a while that I want to get to and I want to read. And I was fully expecting her to pick Terms and Conditions because like she has already read that and I like know she loved it. But then she was like, oh, but you should do Twisted because you're like farther into that series. And even though like technically the amount of books I would have left were the same, like the series is longer, like she was trying to explain it to me and I guess it makes sense. But it was just funny how like she was like almost mathematically deciding the book. But yeah, so the last book on my, I don't know why I can't remember the month that it's gonna be, like page, it's literally February, it's March next, like it's not that hard. You've known the months for about, you know, 19 and a half years now. Let's get it together. 19 and a half, girl, you are 19. Let's calm the fuck down. But Twisted will be the last book on my TBR for March. Again, just because they're on a TBR does not mean I won't read other books and does not mean that I'll actually read those books. I just like to have kind of like a basic outline of books that I think I want to read for the month. So if I'm ever like, I don't know what I want to read, like I can go back to it and be like, oh, okay, these were books that I wanted to read. I would say First Down, I think for sure I will read next month. Everything else is a toss-up. Because if I'm not in the mood to read a fantasy, I'm not going to read Ruthless Vows. I mean, I'm just going to be honest. If I'm not in the mood for it, I'm not going to do it because I do not want to read that one. I'm not in the mood for it. Tell Me Lies, I've had on here a few times. I haven't gotten to it. I think it's because I've watched the show, so I feel like it's not as, like, what's going to happen. And then The Right Move, I feel like that one's kind of like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, I've heard so many good things about it, and I liked Mile High, but I think because I didn't love it, I am a little nervous to go into The Right Move, even though I know a lot of people say that they liked The Right Move better than Mile High, but like, what if I don't? I don't know. We'll see. And then Twisted, I'm so excited is on here because I have been pushing that off for too long, and not because I haven't wanted to read it. I just keep being like, oh, well, I'll get to it, and then it's like, well, when are you gonna get to it if you just keep saying that you're going to get to it? So I'm very pleased with the picks for this month. I think my friend did a great job. Shout out to Sammy. Love you. Thank you so much for all the picks. If you want me to do this again with like another friend who picks my books, you can do that. If you want it to be in person, it's gonna be a little harder because a lot of my friends go to different schools, but I do have friends that go here. I just don't know if any of them would like want to be on camera or anything like that, so that's also a thing. But if you want to see this type of video again, where either I have someone physically in person picking the books, or I have someone who tells me before I film and then I explain to you guys while I'm filming, here are the books they were picking between, you are more than welcome to ask that in the comments, and I can make that happen for my next TBR video. If you guys don't care, I will do something probably semi-different just to, you know, make it more interesting. But, or if you guys have any like actual like, oh, Paige, I think this would be a really good idea to pick your books for, you know, April for your TBR, do this. You can also comment those down below. Again, there will be a reading wrap-up coming in about a week, probably when this come out. So maybe when you're watching it'll be sooner, but when this video actually came out, it'll probably be about a week, and then the reading wrap-up will be out. I'm super excited for it. Like, you guys don't understand. Like, I'm so proud of myself. But anyways, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.